recognize.
I represent everything Dollar Club.
Respect the dollar!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Dollar Club Wrestling Podcast, episode 20. With me is we got somebody back from we have a long time. Who we got down there?
Hey, I'm drinking Bud Light Lime, and I still make my intros rhyme. It's the man that loves strippers, the notoriously bad tipper, Dong Skipper.
I represent everything Dollar Club.
I missed you guys, man. It's good to be back.
Yeah, thanks for coming, man. I needed somebody. I needed a buffer because I got that scumbag up there on the right. You're lucky. Peter Steinberg let you back on the show. Force my
better watch your fucking mouth, man. Before I come over there and smack you.
I'll come over with a kendo stick and whoop your ass, you freaking jabroni.
Yeah, bring it over. I'll stick it right up your ass. You probably already had it up there.
You're a weirdo, man. No one does
I'm a weirdo.
Stuff here.
The things have changed since I left.
Yeah, man. That match, man. You cheated.
I cheated.
It was an awesome match.
Listen, El Pussy Grande Gato, whatever the fuck your name is. You fucking put a mask on and whack me with it. You're a fucking jealous piece of crap.
I couldn't see in the mask. So I was hurt going in.
You're a jealous piece of crap, man.
Just Jimmy, do you know your biggest problem is? You don't
respect the dollar.
Yeah, I'll respect the dollar. I'll use it as fucking toilet paper.
Oh, you suck, man. All right, let's get into some wrestling, you freaking bum. So we're gonna be all honest here. Our wrestling's been lacking for the past month because we're Philly boys, as you see the skyline down there, and we did a lot of Philly, so we missed a lot of wrestling. We definitely read results and shit though. And before we get into that, our show this week is brought to us by our sponsor, Four Brothers.
Very nice.
Wait, who's the one all the way to the left?
They're all brothers, man. It's all four brothers. It's all Hulkamania brothers.
I know, but the one all the way to the left isn't Hulk.
It's like, yeah, it is. It's his eyes and mouth just on a younger body.
Oh, okay.
It's a little brother. Cool. And our second sponsor is Usius. We always love them. They always help us out.
Oh, that's some good stuff there.
And Johnny, did you hear about our new recurring sponsor that we have?
I can't say I have. Please inform me.
Liv Morgan's butt stuff. Liv Morgan's butt stuff.
Listen, Johnny, you got to try that butt stuff. There's nothing like it.
I'm game. If it's with Liv Morgan, absolutely.
Cool. Then before we get into the heart and soul of the wrestling world right now, this weekend, Jim, tell everybody what we're going to be at.
At the legendary Hamburg Arena for United We Slam Outbreak Wrestling. And there's going to be a special guest there that we're sponsoring. Who is it?
The Sandman. See the Dollar Club logo on there? Come meet the Sandman this Saturday night on the Hamburg Fieldhouse. Go to outbreaktickets.com. $30 combo for an autograph and a photo op. Get your picture, get some stories with the legendary ECW Sandman.
You can also get your picture with Rock Hard, the Dollar Club champion. Sexy Time Panetta will be there, but I'm sure you don't want his autograph or anything. So he can take the picture while we pose.
But there's going to be an actual New Japan Pro Wrestler star there, too. I don't think you guys heard of him, but he's a pretty good wrestler. Fit Finley's son, David Finley. Just for coming there to the event, you get a free autograph from Fit Finley's son, David Finley. So check it out, too. You guys don't want to miss that. Pretty awesome, huh? I wish he dyed the hair and had the shillelagh like his dad. Cool. Then, So, the top news for me, the 24/7 Nikki Cross won the belt and threw it in the trash can like Alundra Blaze back in the day. Thank God. How about you, Jim?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Thank God. I hope I never see that fucking thing again, man. It's a piece of crap.
It's only worthwhile if it's around R-Truth's waist.
Yeah, and that's just for comedy value. It's worth nothing.
And Johnny, she beat Dana Brooke for the belt, and Dana Brooke cried on Twitter and had a meltdown, "You took away the women's mid-card title." You think it was ever considered a mid-card title?
I mean, a low mid-card title, sure, but I mean not to be sexist, but the fact that women started getting it kind of devalued it a bit. I would have loved that segment if R-Truth would have popped out of the trash can like Oscar the Grouch or something.
R-Truth did a match on NXT and he blew his knee out, I believe. He's out for a while. Sucks.
Oh, no way.
I mean, speaking of that, a real mid-card women's title, I wouldn't totally be opposed to.
I don't think they should have two women's world titles. I think they should make one the women's Intercontinental Championship. They don't
I wouldn't be opposed to that either.
Yeah, that would be ideal for me.
They have a big enough roster now, like, compared to 20 years ago.
I think they're going to bring in a women's Intercontinental title anyway and have the two world titles. I think that's a little over.
I honestly wouldn't be opposed to, instead of Raw being 3 hours, devote 1 hour to an all-female show and 2 hours for Raw.
I'd prefer that than having to pay attention to all 3 hours. It changes the stuff up. But then they're not equal. So the snowflakes would get you for that because it wouldn't be equality.
They're not equal. They have their own show.
Only an hour, though.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
So you both
that's how they don't. It's not equal now. How much screen time do they get?
It's getting close, man. They do have a lot of time now. They have a lot more than the.
But it's only like the same 4 girls or 8 girls. So
that's because they're the only good ones. Got control out the damage control. Alexa Bliss, Asuka.
I feel like back in the day too. You only got like one women's match or one women's segment, like an episode,
Yeah, like the late Cool era too. You'd only get one a show.
I don't even think damage control's that good besides Bailey. The tag team's disappointing to me, honestly.
Yeah, I was expecting more out of them. They just don't have a purpose. They're trying though. They're all talented.
Yeah, they're all trying. And I'm just not a big I can't even think of her name. Bianca fan. I'm not a big Bianca fan. I mean, she's actually getting a little better on the mic. I just don't see any like substance there.
Well, who would you have dethrone her at this point?
Probably Bailey. I wouldn't mind Bailey having another run. She's good with the belt.
You just said you weren't feeling them.
No, the tag team. I said besides Bailey.
Okay.
I don't like the two. I don't think they're holding up, what was intended there. But Bailey is good. I think she's always good.
Johnny, who do you want to see dethrone Bianca Belair?
Nikita Lyons. No,
I would wait for Rhea Ripley. I'd have Rhea Ripley beat her. I
certainly wouldn't mind that. Not at all. I still love what she's doing with the Judgment Day and whatnot. I don't know. That's a whole interesting storyline, but absolutely, they should give that to her.
Did you see her new shirt? I'm Your Mommy, MAMI.
Oh, no, that's awesome. I'm Your Poppy. That's awesome.
Yeah, I got to get that. Oh, I won't get that, but it's cool.
I didn't want to make you dive into it if you didn't want to, but the whole like Dominic Mysterio thing, I just don't know where it's going. And I can't see a reality now that he's like, her little bitch, essentially, that he's going to be respected in like 5 to 10 years from now. You know what I mean?
Well, this character's better than what it was before. It's just Ray's puppy dog, At least he's got a little personality now, and a little like attitude. He looks cooler. He looks a little older. He's got a little style. He's got a gimmick, a personality. Eventually, it's going to come back around to where he's going to have to feud with Ray and take his mask eventually. But let's not rush that. Ray's on SmackDown now. He moved away just so he can go on his own for a little bit and not be in his dad's shadow. Where do you think it's heading, Jim?
I agree with you that it's definitely an improvement over, what he was. I honestly don't know. I hope they can find a way to make him believable in that role, to be a little tougher, but I don't think it's translated yet as far as in the ring or in a match. Like he's still going to get his ass beat. Then as far as like with the Rhea thing, I mean, maybe they should just go all in on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think they will. I think they will, but before she can go for the world title, she just started that feud with Maya Yim, just re-signed and joined the Good Brothers and AJ Styles.
I meant all in on like the Rhea being Dom's mommy, like really dive into that. You know what I mean?
They might. They could be. I mean, they're not showing anything that would be contradictory to that right now.
But it kind of reminds me of like the Sammy thing when you were like, where's this going with him with the bloodline? And they lucked out that, they kept with it and it turned into something.
Yeah, well, this is going okay. I mean, a guy that size, I think another issue too is they have too many small guys now. Now there's like Triple H doesn't mind the small guys. Like, who would you keep if you had to keep one of these three guys? Johnny Gargano, Ricochet, or Dominic Mysterio? If you had to take one, who'd you take?
Dom. I would take Dom personally.
I think I would too. Johnny Gargano just doesn't do it for me. Like that Monday Night Raw bit, like him, like with the Miz, like, I don't know, it just didn't do it for me.
Yeah, I feel like that's one small guy is going to always be good. They're always going to have one that's going to be the biggest one. Maybe when he comes back around to being a face, maybe he'll I don't think he will, but maybe he can be.
Quite honestly, what about Mustafa Ali? I would take him over all those guys.
He's got his foot out the door, man. He wants to leave.
He has personality and he's good on the mic. So
yeah, he's a little softy and he doesn't like to do any gimmicks and stuff. He doesn't want to do what they tell him,
Oh, really? Oh, he's like that.
He wants to be like a little like nice good guy, instead of like have any edge. That Retribution angle, he could have made it awesome if he was like a. I know you're not going to be like an Antifa guy, but you like play it up like you're like not a terrorist or like you're just a villain, like a crook, He just wanted to toe the line of being a good guy on that even too, like the least controversial as possible.
I mean, Ricochet, I feel like they could do more with. He's not great mic-wise, personality-wise, but I feel like they could find a better character for him to hide those weaknesses. I don't like the superhero thing with him.
Yeah, I feel you. So, Jim, that's Johnny. Do you think this is a fair trade? Tony Khan signed all these WWE guys. Triple H signs one AEW guy. Would you do that trade?
I mean, in all reality, like I like Cody Rhodes, but I mean, there's strength in numbers, in my opinion. But I mean, Triple H is just, I feel like, using the roster he has like correctly, But like I feel like, AEW signed so many people and WWE got people back. Like I feel like we don't need like, people to sign any more big stars. Like they have the stars now. It's about like, write a damn storyline and use them correctly. And I feel like Triple H is kind of winning that battle a little bit. Like, I've still been trying to keep my ear to WWE just because I generally find some stuff interesting. And AEW, I just don't know. Like after that, like whole drama with CM Punk and whatnot, I just kind of, and in conjunction with Philadelphia sports, obviously, I just kind of lost my interest.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest AEW guy, but I just so happened to watch a little bit of it last night, and I did see something interesting.
Which part?
That actually could be good was Samoa Joe attacking Wardlow.
Yeah. They undercut Powerhouse Hobbs though. That would have been a good feud with Wardlow too.
Yeah, but I thought, hey, they're doing something, at least getting Samoa Joe, something interesting with him.
Yeah, but it's a
and
shame.
Wardlow, because they don't do anything with him.
It's a shame it's for the Ring of Honor TV title though. Like who cares?
I know.
It's a feud we're interested in. And then I was actually interested in Eddie Kingston versus Ethan Page too, just because you didn't know who was going to win. Usually an AEW match, it's like a 20-minute match, and it's like a jobber against a star, and the star always wins. So at least I didn't know who was going to win that time for once.
Yeah, the opening, like their opening matches are just too long. I get uninterested.
Oh, did you catch the Saraya and Britt Baker segment?
I started. I didn't finish it. I know. I heard
that out. That's the best thing on the show.
I heard she did a really good promo. But I started it, but I couldn't finish it. I have to finish it. I have it on DVR.
People gave Paige most of the credit, but I thought Britt Baker killed it too. Paige had a couple lines that I didn't feel, but she definitely went for the heart. Since you didn't see it yet, I won't spoil it for you, but it's pretty awesome. She talked about her past drug abuse, how she overcame that. And
you can say it.
She just said I got hit by a car. I overcame drug abuse in the public eye, a sex tape. She brought all that stuff up too, like talk from the heart.
That's when you get over, when you get real. Think about all the guys that have really gotten over. putting a little bit of yourself in there, just amping it up some, right? Isn't that what Stone Cold said?
Absolutely.
And The Rock.
And Britt Baker's just like, I still think she's the most entertaining woman of all time, personality wise too. She's awesome. So check it out. Let me know what do you guys think about that segment.
Definitely. I think that's why Roman Reigns turned his around too, because I think that's him just, amped up.
Yeah.
Little,
He's the head of the table. All right, on Friday Night SmackDown this week, the Usos are going against the New Day for the championship, and whoever wins is going to have the longest title reign of all time. The New Day currently has the record. If the Usos beat them, they're going to beat the record. We'll start with you, Johnny. Who do you want to win? Who do you think's the better team? And do they even – is this a farce? Do they compare to Demolition, Legion of Doom, and teams like that in the past? New Age Outlaws, Edge and Christian.
That last part threw me through a loop. But out of the two teams, I do like the Usos better. I never got too into the New Day. I don't know, just the whole like booty hose and trumpets and whatnot. I just couldn't get behind it. Excuse me. But the Usos kind of like earned my respect through time, and the whole like Roman Reigns and the bloodline in general, I became more of a fan of. And I mean, why wouldn't you do it? Like anytime you have the opportunity to like break a record or make history, I feel like the WWE is going to like gravitate towards that option. So as much as I do like the Usos, I mean, to me personally, like I feel like, teams like you mentioned, like Legion of Doom, the New Age Outlaws will always kind of like have more of an impression on me just because that's what I grew up watching. Maybe the Usos could like kind of one day sort of do the same for me when I look back on great tag teams, like they'll pop too. But I feel like on paper, they're going to be. I mean, they're involved in this bloodline storyline with Roman Reigns. I feel like it only makes sense for the Usos to win.
Yeah. And Jim, since Johnny's a couple years younger than us, how do you compare Legion of Doom and Demolition versus like the Hardys, Edge and Christian, the Dudley Boys? Because we're a little older, are you team 80s or team 90s or team current?
Early 2000s.
Yeah. Well, Usos.
Definitely not current. We can't even smell
the Usos.
The Usos are good, but the problem is there's nobody else.
New Day.
We had RK Bro. It's unfortunate about Randy Orton. I loved RK Bro was like breaking that line for me. Like I like them as much as a lot of teams.
Here's my thing with the New Day. They started out, I wasn't crazy about, it was, and then they grew on you, and they were good, and they had a good run. They had some funny stuff. But now, like, it kind of, the other night, they're kind of trying to play it off like we went through all these trials and tribulations and this and that. Dude, you're in the WWE already. I mean, so you had a gimmick, you fought for a gimmick, you made it work. Like, you did. Good job. But
Xavier was about to be fired. Kofi was never going to be fired.
Yeah. Kofi and Big E would or not.
Xavier was talking from the heart though. So I don't want to undercut that.
No, you're right there because I'm sure he's been always the odd man out. So yeah, I would agree with you there. But
you know what? Sorry.
No, what? Go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, you kind of think of someone like that, and a name that jumps in my head is, like, X-Pac. Like, he was always kind of, like, the smallest out of, like, DX, and maybe not on paper the best guy, but he really, like, carved a place for himself and, like, really made his character unique. Whereas Xavier Woods, I feel like he just kind of, like, blends in the background of the New Day a little for me. And that's just my opinion. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but that just jumped in.
Interrupt him all day. He's a piece of trash.
Yeah, kiss my ass, you little bitch.
I like this dynamic.
but anyway, I think you're right there. I think he tries a little too hard sometimes, and it just doesn't come off authentic. But the other night he did, though. That was good, coming from the heart about the YouTube channel and all that.
He's a very intelligent guy. I would like to see him go heel. I mean, I know he doesn't want to break up with the New Day. He doesn't want to play into that cliche that every team does. I'd like to see it try. I think he could do something very interesting as a heel. He could come up with something unique.
Yeah, but the thing is too, like, I understand they have their whole costume and the whole gimmick is like solidified at this point, but it kind of sucks that they all dress the same because it's like, I don't know, shocker, the guy that's probably in like the least like best physical shape is the one not really like getting the big matches and getting the big pushes. Like, I don't know. I feel like if they would have gave them all more personality and they look different, he might have had a better shot to like carve his own,
Yeah, that's why he needs to go solo, I think, right now, unless he just wants to be in the New Day forever, which is probably a good paycheck, good residuals from the merch. So maybe they are.
Don't you think they tried that though with the King of the Ring last year? They tried giving him a solo push, I think there. I just don't think it worked.
That's a forced character, like with the fake accent and
Yeah, I hated it.
Yeah, he needs to change his character with realism, then he has a chance to be.
Yeah, and I mean, he might have something there that when he started on Monday night with, it could build from there. But anyway, as far as comparing the errors of tag wrestling, I don't think you can compare the 80s, 90s with early 2000s with now. I don't think there's a comparison. Just because you don't have the competition, you don't have the amount of, they don't focus on tag team wrestling anymore, really. And as far as I love the Legion of Doom. I love Demolition. They're like my favorite tag teams. But as far as like entertainment value and just storylines and things like that, I have to go with, 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. You can't really beat that era of tag team wrestling.
Even like the not the legendary ones, like Chainsaw Charlie and Mankind, or Cactus Jack, Chainsaw Charlie and Cactus Jack versus the New Age Outlaws was freaking an awesome feud.
Yeah, it was WrestleMania 14.
Yeah, and then the dumpster match too.
They were just part of the show, like the storylines and all that were just awesome. There's no storyline for tag team wrestling anymore.
There is. It doesn't compare. The feud's
good. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, I feel you. All right, then got some more Bloodline picks right here. Can't wait till we see The Rock involved in this.
Nice.
And here's
I really can't wait for that.
There you go, the true Bloodline right there.
I love that.
Rocky Johnson, Dwayne Johnson, and eventually Sammy Johnson.
It just dawned on me that this whole Sami Zayn thing, like, I feel like everyone's kind of wondering where is it going, and a lot of people are saying like, he'll turn on them and join Kevin Owens. Like, how sick would it be if he somehow turns on him and kind of like helps or kind of joins The Rock? Like, I feel like that could be like a dope like master plan if you somehow did that right.
Yeah, it'd be cool if he was like a double agent the whole time for The Rock.
Where is Kevin Owens?
Well, him and Sammy were supposed to team up, but it's going so well. The Sammy thing, they're pushed it back, so I don't think they have like a storyline for Kevin Owens right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is he hurt or something? I haven't seen him.
No, they could bring him in for the War Games against Sammy's team, because the Bloodline's going to be in it. So there's a couple open spots.
Yeah, and that kind of like the way they brought the War Games up with Bianca, that kind of was like out of nowhere. I thought that was a little cheesy.
Yeah, it should be
challenge you at War Games.
Hey, it's still better than saying I challenge you at Survivor Series 5-on-5. I'll take the War Games over that. I challenge you over the 5-on-5. Cool. Then Hollywood's getting a lot of wrestling stars now. Jim, did you see who Becky Lynch is playing in Young Rock?
Yeah, Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah, girls just want to have fun. What do you think about that? I think she can pull it off.
Yeah, I watched the episode. She did pretty good.
Oh, it was on already.
Yeah, it was on last week.
Oh crap! I gotta check it out.
I don't know. Maybe she'll be in more than one episode, but the one I watched, she was. Have you watched that show?
I watched a couple in the first season. I enjoyed it. I don't know why I stopped. I just don't really. I stream more than I watch.
But now, I think you would really enjoy it now. Like the end of last year, they got into him starting, like when he started.
Yeah, I saw some still shots.
Right now, it's him like it's weird how they do it. It's like 3 different eras of his life, but the one where he's wrestling right now, they're at just when Rocky Maivia got hurt, when he was getting booed and stuff, and then he hurt his knee.
Rocky died.
Yeah, that's where the last episode ended. So
Nice. Y'all check it out. I saw a couple stills when they had Triple H and Stone Cold, and the actors looked like way too small. It kind of turned me off.
Yeah. I mean, you got. I mean, suspend disbelief.
Yeah, true.
I mean, the guy who plays The Rock, actually, it's not a bad thing, but you know it's not The Rock.
He plays The Rock in Black Adam too. The Rock's son.
Which one? Which age range? The older one or
the older one? The older champion.
Oh, really? He plays his son in Black Adam?
Yeah.
Nice. I didn't know that.
Cool. Then speaking of movies, there's a Von Erichs movie coming out, and MJF just got cast. Are you interested in it? Do you know anything about the Von Erichs, Johnny?
I'm not too familiar. The only thing I really had to say about this is it's about time MJF gets in a movie. I mean, he's a great actor. I've heard him on some podcasts. Like, he's a good talker. I think he totally deserves this, and it's been a long time coming for him. So good for him, man.
Yeah, then the whole family died except for one of the brothers too, so it's gonna be interesting. And Zac Efron's the main star. He jacked up. He's huge as shit now for this movie.
Oh shit.
The only Von Erich you had heard of is the Texas Tornado was one of them. The dude from I think the dude from Shameless is playing him. Lip.
Oh really? That's funny.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, so we'll definitely check that out. And then, are you guys interested in a 40-man Rumble? Triple H wants to add 10 extra people. What do you guys think about that? Johnny, we'll start with you.
I'm not mad at it by any means. I mean, Royal Rumble is arguably the best pay-per-view of the year. Why not have it go longer? And you know what? They have a big enough roster. I mean, they can easily throw an extra 10 guys that don't have an actual match or don't have much of a storyline going on. So I'm for it. I think it's awesome. And the way they do it too, the timers in between people entering the ring, it's never the same amount of time. They control it. So they could still make it the same length time-wise. You know what I mean? So I'm for it. I think it's awesome.
I feel 30 guys was not enough guys to be able to have surprises. 30 is enough to get your whole roster on. You guys want to get a paycheck. With 40, you can definitely get 4 to 5 surprises,
Yeah.
I'm let down.
Yeah, but I think that only having that 1 or 2 surprises keeps you, which makes the Royal Rumble good. If you have that many, eventually you're going to be okay, who's the next surprise? Who's the next surprise?
4 or 5. 5's perfect. Because 2 are going
not perfect.
2 are going to be returning injury guys, not legends,
Right. Well, there's 2 types of Rumble surprises. There's the legit, a big star is back surprise. And then there's the gimmicky surprises. You throw Doink the Clown out there or whatever. You know what I mean? So
think about when Edge came back into Royal Rumble. Anyone else that would have come back would have been overshadowed. You wouldn't even remember. I don't remember who
came
else.
in the 30 spot though. There was a couple of surprises before him. They were probably
Do you remember what they were?
I'd have to look at the year list, but
you'd have to look at it. That's my point.
Probably, I don't know.
But you remember Edge. So what's the point of wasting a good surprise?
Because would you rather see a Mustafa Ali or X-Pac in there? Would you rather see Cedric Alexander?
I'm talking about a big X-Pac wouldn't be a huge surprise. I mean,
better than seeing Cedric Alexander or
yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm talking about
Moss or fucking Gangrel. Who'd you
you,
rather?
you know what was one thing? Remember when they brought Carlito back for a Rumble and he was jacked?
Yeah.
I thought that was cool as shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool, but I'm saying
I get your point totally.
Don't overdo
if you're going to bring Edge back, then don't even bother with. I get what you're saying.
You can have a couple good ones in the moment where you're oh, Carlito, awesome. You're not going to remember that anyway.
Cody's going to come back this year. If Enzo comes back too, that'll be awesome for a one-off. If Enzo comes in number 1 and does his that'd be amazing. You would love that.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, I would love it.
Mm-hmm. But should we not do it because Cody's coming back? He's going to overshadow everybody.
You're not understanding what I'm saying. I'm saying you shouldn't have a huge surprise more than one in a Rumble.
One big one's good. I want all.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
All cameos besides that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
D'Lo Brown going shaking his head, coming up there or something.
That'd be sick. Get the Godfather back out there. I take Godfather over D'Lo, honestly.
But eventually, those are going to get old. I mean,
No, they're not. They're only
Well,
gonna
I
be
mean, you're
one.
not going to have 40 of those. They're still going to obviously be the main current roster, but you sprinkle in like an X-Pac or something, like that's awesome.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Cool. Then did you guys watch Raw, either of you? No. Did you read
Yeah.
about it?
I watched it.
Sorry.
All right. So tell me if you're stupid, Johnny. I'll bless your opinion first because you didn't see it. Austin Theory cashed in the Money in the Bank for the U.S. Championship, the U.S. title, and lost. Do you think his career's over? Or do you think it's a dumb move? Without watching it in context, it probably sounds much worse than it was. Just from
Yeah, I mean that sounds bad. For one, it's kind of a wussy move to do the U.S. title rather than the world title. Like, has that ever been done before? Like that's just kind of odd. And not only that, you make him lose it. And it's one of those things. Ever since like he was really getting pushed with Vince McMahon, but once the whole sex scandal thing happened, Vince stepped aside, Triple H took over. They've really just been making Austin Theory lose, from what I heard. And now this is like just the cherry on the shit sundae for him. I think it's odd. Like, I don't think you had to push him to the moon, but I don't think you had to like kind of bury him like this either. I'm sure he'll bounce back. Like, he still has a good gimmick and whatnot. Like, I'm not saying he's shitty by any means. Like, I kind of like him, but no, I don't think he should have been like feuding with Roman Reigns or anything of that sort.
Jim,
But,
this question. People on the internet are crying, saying that the way he lost is a travesty, which Johnny kind of agreed with. But would it be better for him to fight Roman Reigns and get his ass kicked in 3 minutes? What would have been better for him? Oh, Johnny, Bobby Lashley beat the shit out of him. It wasn't like a clean, he got his ass kicked too. So like he still has like a reason why he lost. Is this just as bad, or would that be better that he would have got killed by Roman instead?
No, this is better because it was a complete mistake that he had it in the first place. Vince messed up there, and they didn't know what to do with it. How can you possibly have him cash in? Like, it would be useless.
Yep.
He can't cash in. Like, there's no story there. I didn't see a story to where he could cash in and win. Like, I just couldn't see it. At least this, there's something there. I mean, I know it was like, why are you cashing it in there? But if you think about it, it's a way to get the closure on him with the Money in the Bank. It did look bad, but he being attacked by Bobby Lashley leaves him with some credibility and leaves him with some story to go forward.
Definitely. I think the writers had no idea what to do because there was no chance of him beating Roman Reigns. So this is the best thing for him, that they can actually go along with a storyline now and build him back up. They should have done this months ago. Should have had him lose earlier. Even if it was he cashed in and got knocked out right away and got pinned by Roman Reigns, would have been better too.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
Let's say hypothetical, like it's Crown Jewel. Roman Reigns has a crazy match with Logan Paul. Roman Reigns wins. He's exhausted. He's winning. He's holding the championship. Boom, Austin Theory's music hits. He has the briefcase. How does the crowd react?
They think they don't care because he's a heel. You know?
Really?
And they know he's going to lose.
No, I don't think there's much there at all.
Well, fair. Then I guess that kind of answers the question.
Had they had him go on a winning streak for months and made it believable where he actually might have been able to been a star, be able to challenge Roman Reigns had he been
he's definitely talented. I think he definitely can be a star.
He's going to be a world champion one day, I think.
Yeah, he's got everything. I just think Vince made a big mistake, like pushing him into that while Roman is
God knows.
Yeah, it's kind of like a rough time. You know what I mean?
Like, you could have had somebody who's kind of like Drew McIntyre, but he cashes in and for a Hell in a Cell, like something like that, to where, But
I feel like hypothetically, if you plop Austin Theory in like 2013, he would have been like a champ by now. You know,
or if the belts weren't combined, if they weren't combined, he'd be a champ right now too.
Yeah.
He's not beating Roman Reigns for the undisputed championship in the world.
No
Yeah.
way.
Like, who do you guys see? Like Bray Wyatt, Cody Rhodes are the only two people that might possibly.
Cody Rhodes. No, not Cody Rhodes.
Cody
Cody's-
Rhodes is believable, man. It's
Yeah, what?
believable.
No, it's not.
Cody, man,
Not right now. He has to build up a little bit.
when he
first.
wins the Rumble, and
I think you know who I truly believe is going to take the title off Roman Reigns?
The Rock.
The Rock, baby. It's got to be
That's
The
good.
Rock. Give The Rock one last like big like history making thing. Like he was the guy that beat Roman Reigns. I feel
Everyone,
like he could use that.
everyone
I
on
mean,
the count of 3, look at the camera and do an eyebrow. 1, 2, 3. If you smell la 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 la.
I mean, I guess Bobby Lashley's feasible.
Didn't he just lose twice to Seth Rollins? Seth Rollins would be it would be stupid, but
I'm just saying it would be feasible if they booked it like right. I mean,
yeah.
eventually, I mean, he's going to have to lose because he's not really there much. So you can't have your both titles not there all the time. As much as I love him being the champion and all that, I mean, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot by not having both belts on, hardly ever on Raw and only once, every couple weeks on SmackDown.
We need to appreciate this run more too, because he's probably done being a full-time performer after this run too, with the leukemia and stuff too. He never was destined to have a very, very long career. He'll still wrestle, but I think it'd be more of a part-time guy. Maybe it's even as much as Orton.
Who do you think can take that ball and run with it? Is there anyone in the pipeline? Is there
Cody?
I don't know if he can be the guy.
Cody.
Seth
Could be a serviceable champion when he's not there, but he's not going to be the guy. He'll be like that. He might even end up being a 10-time champion like Edge,
You don't think Seth could be like the fate, like the next big guy
I could see it.
with his current character?
He could be as big as Orton, but Orton never was like the Cena, There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I
love Orton.
I don't know if I see anybody right now that could be that.
Even Braun Breaker, I don't think he has the mic work for it too. He's got to like build up his gimmick more to like be more like Scott, I think, to help even with that. Yeah, I have no idea who it would be besides Cody. Speaking of Braun Breaker, how you see where the Beware of the Dog face gremlin jacket there? Beware the Dog at NXT this week. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah,
I think
nice.
that's super cool.
Yeah, I didn't even realize when I watched it live, and someone pointed it out to me online.
Who was that guy at the bottom there?
I was his dad, Rick, and yeah,
No,
Buff
Rick.
is the stuff. Buff is the stuff.
Do you know him, Johnny?
Buff
I
Bagwell.
do, yeah.
Bad
And
one.
it actually, I know we talked about this in past podcasts. I'll try to keep it short, but like I love like second generation superstars. Like that's why I was drawn to Dom Mysterio. That's why I like Scott Steiner's son. That's why I like Taz's son Hook. Like I'm surprised that they really don't push these guys more and have them do more nostalgic type of things like that. So I think that's awesome. Really good. Like
I said for years, I wish they would embrace their parents' gimmicks more. I wish the WWE would allow them to do that. Like Mr. Perfect's son should have embraced it. He wanted to, but they wouldn't let him. And Bo Dallas could have been like IRS Jr., the tax man or something.
Ted
Would've been
DiBiase's son
awesome.
could have.
Well, he did. He was the $1 Million Man, but he had Virgil for a minute. He just didn't have charisma.
Yeah.
even like let them share their finish or something. Like even if you don't totally do the gimmick, maybe have like a couple of their moves or something. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, and see, they let Charlotte Flair do that, and it worked for her. I don't know why they don't do that for everybody. Like,
I think that's awesome. I think it's awesome what they've done with Charlotte Flair. She does the figure 8 instead of the figure 4. Like, I don't know, it's super cool.
yeah.
Seems like a no-brainer to me. Like,
Speaking of figure 4s, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time just made his debut in AEW. He's a multi-time world champion. One of the greatest ever. Who do you guys think it is?
Don't say Ric Flair.
Nope. Slappy, Mr. Slappy Nuts himself. Double J is in AEW.
oh, that's right, you did say that.
Do you guys care? Is he a big deal?
I care a lot. I think he's a very big deal. I think people like when people think like some of the best wrestlers ever, I don't think Jeff Jarrett pops in a lot of people's minds, but I kind of feel like he should be. Like I loved his IC run with Deborah in the WWE, and you know he was like the king of the mountain in TNA. Like he had a crazy run there. Like I always liked him. I always thought he had a good gimmick. Like he just looks like a dad that will beat the shit out of you. Like I don't know. Like I always thought Jeff Jarrett was a very solid wrestler.
I was playing up the discontent because the internet's crying about it. I like him too. He was my favorite Intercontinental feud of all time. Him and Razor Ramon. I loved his feuds in TNA. He was the perfect heel. He did cock block a couple guys' runs like R-Truth and stuff over there. But I love him too. Like, and he's not going to be a full-time guy. He has a match at the pay-per-view. It's him and Jay Lethal versus Darby Allin and Sting, which is perfect if they do that.
Nice. That is cool.
Oh, Jim, he made fun of Braun Strowman when he debuted in AEW too. He had like that big Indian giant behind him too, and he's like, "Our giant here doesn't wear red skinny jeans."
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Jim, do you have any opinions on that before we move on to our Mischief Night commentary?
Yeah, he's Double J. He's a legend. It's good to see him. I'm not excited about it or anything.
Real quick, how'd the crowd pop?
It was a debut, so it was a little. Oh, when he actually, that's right, he debuted the week before that, and the crowd was terrible because they had a guy wearing a Sting mask, and he took the mask off, and it was Cole Carter, who's in like Double J's gang.
Huh?
Do you know who Cole Carter is?
I know the name. I can't put a face on him.
Nobody knows him. Nobody knows the name. He was in like the NXT, and like the Tony Khan overestimates how smart his fans are and what stuff they'd appreciate. It was like it was like the deadest I ever heard a crowd. But Jeff Jarrett personally was good, but that kind of undercut the whole surprise in the debut. Cool. So now, everybody, we're going to show our Mischief Night match, and we're going to stop and break it down why we did certain things. And so it's kind of like a director's commentary, but a wrestler's commentary. Here we go. We'll hit pause at certain parts too. A little countdown. We don't need to see that. Let me fast forward there. All right. There's Johnny doing the shot.
Prepare to be shocked.
Yes.
Prepare to be shocked.
So
Kind of
Johnny,
weird you put your address out there, but
One thing though is
you know,
I
Jeff.
was in Philadelphia, so it's technically not.
right? But you know,
Jeff said we were in Hamburg.
Yeah. We're like in like Asgard. No one knows for real where we're at. So Johnny,
Right.
you didn't know what to expect out of the match. What did you expect you were going to get? Did you get everything expected or?
I really liked it. I was proud of both of you guys. There was some like really good like psychology and everything. I really had no clue what to expect. It could have been anything from like a total like shit show to you know, one of the like best matches I've seen. And this is good. It was really well done. Like it felt like a backyard wrestling match, but you guys had a great pace. Like I was never bored. Like you guys really went from one spot to another. There wasn't too many awkward transitions or anything. But I thought it was awesome. You guys did very well.
Thanks. And Jim, talk about your attire here. Why'd you wear the flannel and how bad are your knees? You got the knee braces on? You snap your boots here?
Well, yeah, I mean, the knee braces. I don't know. If I had to do it again, I may leave those out.
I
The
like
flat. Yeah, I mean, it was all right. You know, I'm old, so I was trying to give myself any advantage.
Jim, you're old. Rock Hard Jim Prendy's only 32 though.
Yeah. The flannel, I mean, that's Rock Hard's bag, you know, that's his thing, you know, and a lot of the flannel with the black. So I just went with you know, what would look most Rock Hard.
Yeah, and you got a beautiful house too. Your nice couch too, and you got the belt right there.
Yeah, I know.
That belt?
Huh?
You sleep with that belt?
Yeah, there, right
Oh,
here.
yeah, you do. Then who was this guy that came and tapped you on the shoulder? Who was this?
That was Pat.
Who's Pat?
Shadow Pat.
Oh, that Shadow Pat made an appearance. We're gonna pay him now.
Yeah.
There's your theme song. Used to be Rage Against Two. This is like a Goldberg inspired theme, you know, like the entrance, the one shot.
Yeah, we talked. That's what. Yeah, the vision was. There, you said like a Goldberg type. The original, remember when we talked about lifting the garage up and having like smoke or something like that.
Yeah, falling rocks or something too.
Yeah,
Falling rocks.
Rock hard.
I think everyone's got to know what inspired this scene, right?
Yeah, gotta know. So this whole match is a revenge feud to me, you know. So what's the biggest revenge movie, Johnny? What's the first revenge film you think of?
Like John Wick.
For me, The Bride and Kill Bill. So this is a Kill Bill inspired theme. That's why I use the Kill Bill. It's actually an old '70s TV show they stole that from. I didn't even know until I got this soundbite.
Oh no way.
Made his face red, like he's like a bull, like it's just furious.
Would you know my face really got that red? That's real.
I bet some people thought that.
Really good effect.
And that Ngato Pussy Grande is from some sort of India or Scandinavia or Singapore. You got the Canes or Mexico.
Johnny, did you know who it was? Did the Razor
I
shirt,
had a guess, but I really didn't know.
Did the Razor shirt give it away?
Yeah. It was super good. I loved like the attire. I think it looks cool as hell. The Lucho mask with like, I don't know, the whole look looks cool.
So here's another little tidbit from you too. See how the jacket's like a red leather jacket? It's a Fight Club inspired jacket. It's the split personality. So I want the split personality Fight Club thing with the Ngato and the Razor. And then
Look at you.
And the Razor shirt is a Misfits inspired shirt, one of my favorite bands. So, you know that big face logo. So I did my
Right, of course, the skull. Yeah.
Yeah, I did a gargoyle instead. Pretty cool.
That's dope.
Little director commentary right here. Those are real kendo sticks, by the way, too.
Go on!
Lou Fez! Jim's a big Stone Cold fan. So that's why I did the Lou Fez press on me right there.
It's well done. Good bump.
Yeah, that hurt on the concrete. Oh.
DDT.
Oh, thank you, Jeff.
Will be proud of that move.
Thank you, Jeff Lippman of the PWC, for doing the commentary.
Yeah, thanks,
Jimmy,
Jeff.
Over.
Jimmy, yeah, thanks, Jimmy.
What's he doing now? He's using the champ's belt. That's embarrassing. Oh, he's humiliating. This is a head games played by this cat. This cat is one cool customer.
He is. He's a cool cat.
His biker jacket, I didn't even see him.
Custom leather imported tying pants there too. And I thought that belt was going to break, Jim. Didn't you think it was going to break a couple times, hitting each other with it?
Yeah, we did scuff it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, are those imported leather pants?
They are, Jeff.
Those are Razor imported leather pants. Those tattoos.
This is here. We kind of went. Funny part is, Johnny, we had a whole plan, and kind of when we started, we kind of just went off like what we felt. So we didn't really stop much, to be honest.
Yeah.
Besides that beginning, it was like mostly one take.
Yeah, and then like originally Kevin's going to reveal himself here in a minute. It was supposed to be way later in the match, but he kind of just felt it there, and I mean I think it worked there.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Oh, I think that's Ricochet.
I was afraid I was going to ruin my jacket, whipping it and getting dirty.
I don't know.
That's a
tiger mask. You don't just wear a tiger mask. Anyway.
Tiger mask is this fans from Mexico doing this, the Pussy Gato, and that mask is a tiger mask. I just spray painted a dollar symbol and red on the front, but you can't sell it's a dollar symbol. You can just see a bunch of red spray paint.
Attacking him with those kendo sticks. Those are vicious. Don't let the practice status of them fool you. Those will leave marks.
Yeah,
He's going
to
champ sneak. That's what you do when you're a small
How do you like my selling, Johnny?
Yeah, you're killing it. You're killing it.
Smart matcher. He knew what the rules were. He got under the champ's head, into the champ's head. He's taking advantage of now the eyes again. That is the Dollar King himself. I'm shocked. I am shocked.
Those punches are good, man. They look. I can't believe I didn't hurt you.
You know, the Dollar King only transforms into the Razor when needs goes to a dark place, like Mankind or the Fiend or even
That guy ran like a
Balor
little
and
bitch.
the Demon.
Now
Yeah.
here, watch here. I'm trying to go for a drop kick, and he just hits me with the belt instead, so I didn't even get to go up all the way. I was gonna do an awesome drop kick too.
I cannot believe we did this. This was out of Washington.
Hit me in the ribs before I could get up. I'm like, you motherfucker, that was cool.
I didn't know you were doing it. So
It looked kind of good though. I don't know.
Yeah, it did because he got me before I went up. And,
He trained in the legendary Cobain Dungeon. He was the former Dollar Club Intercontinental Champion. He was the longest reigning Intercontinental Hardcore Champion. He was finally defeated after 16 months by Shadow Pat. By the way, folks, the current
looks good here.
Hardcore Intercontinental Champion is
Yeah, that's
Sean
like Bulldog.
Liam Riley.
Yeah.
So this match continues. Yeah.
now this is a actual shutter. This isn't a prop.
Okay.
yeah, we didn't know like
How good
we're
it
like if we said not sure if they'll break or not. It would be cool if they did, and then it worked out.
I lightly hit him, and he's like, "Hit me harder." I'm like, "Dude, let's just save for the match then." Because what if it breaks? You know? So we
Yeah.
got lucky that it like it.
Yeah, so we went in not knowing like if it would break or like,
Stab
how
us or
hard.
be all
Yeah.
bloody.
Match is hard and hairy. Oh my God. I guess we can just call him Dollar King now. We can drop
That
the
hurt there,
moniker
Jim?
now that
No,
It really hits you. People
Yeah.
think wrestling's fake a lot.
like I don't know. I guess the adrenaline. So I didn't feel. The only thing I felt was that one.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
show. We'll get there.
we'll get there.
the secret is out. He's using Pendry's own garbage against him. He's using
he's
it.
messing your name
Pendry
up.
should have cleaned out the lawn. He should have done a spring cleaning. This is coming back to haunt him.
Dollar Club Wrestling. Me.
That's right.
Me.
Piece of trash.
He wants to be recognized. You know, that's what Rock Hard says. He says, recognize me, but it looks like
And
the
just to be
Dollar
clear,
King
who
wants
was
a little
filming?
recognition.
Pat. Shadow Pat.
Okay.
So looking that I didn't know it was Pat.
You like how I set you up here?
Yeah, it was awesome. Then I like how Jeff named it the ADN, the Acknowledge These Nuts. That's awesome. That's my RKO.
Too. And there's no refunds on that one either.
Get up, you son of a bitch.
Respect the dollar.
Oh my God! That was the ATM. Acknowledge D's. The Acknowledge D's.
Follow me, cameraman.
Right on the stump. That's a huge tree. Also, that tree's almost as big as the champ is. I don't like the champ's chances here.
Yeah, I don't
King's
either.
taking a lot of time though. He's going into. Is that a ladder? He's introducing a ladder into this match.
This is the stairway to Kevin. It's called the stairway to Kevin.
That way to come.
Stairway to Kevin.
Now I see why they agreed to do it unsanctioned. There's no security. There's no police. Oh my God! Look at this. Oh my God! Shades of Shotzi.
You did that pretty well too, by the way.
He's approached the
surprised.
King of the world.
Whoa! Oh,
We
that's
actually
vicious.
did that spot. I think would we do it like 3 or 4 times to try?
Yeah, I
to,
didn't jump far enough the first two,
Yeah.
and then like I didn't want to kill you, or like kill myself, like landing on the grass. So that was our worst spot, the fakest looking spot there too. It was like a knee drop, but that's the best we could do on that one with being safe.
It still looked really good. It certainly wasn't that bad.
I jumped up there first try too. Like when I ran up, it was pretty cool.
That's all. Yeah, the run up looked really good, where you can kind of like let go of the the actual landing.
When I take off my belt here and whip him, that's what hurt him the most in this whole match. The metal part of my belt hit his hand.
yeah, my hand I thought like was blown up for like a week.
Oh damn!
Like it was swollen. That was like the
I
worst
think he went
part.
right for the violence. Always-
I thought the belt was cool. Definitely reminded me of like the Hollywood Hulk Hogan days.
Oh, the champ does.
That's the only reason why I wore it too, just to use it as a weapon.
Yeah.
My wristbands are like I was supposed to take them off. I was going to choke them too, but I forgot about it. Just in the heat of the moment, I never took it off. That's the only reason I wear those wristbands too. They're weightlifting, unwrap. I was going to strangle them with it.
Doesn't deserve this. Oh, Dollar King, you vicious. I would like to manage this guy every day. And I tell you, he's vicious, but I respect that. Champ, I've seen him come back from tougher things than that.
Do you guys like the crowd noise, or think it made it worse? I think it made it more campy. I think it worked for it. What do you guys think?
It didn't bother me by any means. I thought it was kind of cool.
How about you, Jim?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't bother me. I liked it.
Yeah, we didn't take ourselves too serious in this. You know, we wanted to look
Yeah.
as real as we could do.
This spot coming up, I did not see coming. I remember this was the one that made me like, oh shit! Like,
Yeah, that was couple people said, oh, he threw him in a book.
Nice. Oh, he will actually. I wanted him to attitude adjust me into the trees or power bomb me, but he's like, no, we're not gonna. We're too old. We're not gonna kill you, dude. He talked me out of it. I was gonna do that. I want to do thumbtacks too. And he's like,
I just did not see it going well. Like,
Jim, you should have just went for it.
You're not the 3-time champ. But there he goes. See, I told you right there. Shot to the gut. Knee. Right into the wood pile. Look at that. He probably knew that the wood wasn't.
I think that worked out better because it looked real.
yeah,
Yeah, it really did. I like it.
We tried.
Oh, yeah. Look at
I like the car pulling away.
It's clobbering time.
Oh, it curses.
Champ is 6'1",
Like how you can hear the car right there.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad. It
75 pounds.
it just kind of blends in.
Philadelphia, PA. They don't got much company violence. They paid Division I.
This candlestick hurt a lot.
Missouri
Like in
Valley
the
State.
chest and the abs.
Don't push over here.
I am
Good
Dollar
spot,
Club.
though.
What kind of stuff?
Oh, the dollar.
Yeah.
Listen to him.
I wanted it. I told him to go all the way, man.
Damn.
Oh, the champ. Dollar King
He saw me flinch on that third one.
Those sticks now. Oh, look at him.
That hurt at all, the
Oh,
stick.
going back to that knee though. The one
That was supposed to be a famous stir, but he didn't know. Like,
Oh my God! Look at that. That was like a
He didn't
famous.
spell it right, but
Yeah,
it
that
still looked
was-
cool.
I believe he calls that the no small bills.
No small bills.
Come on, into the cage.
Whoop his ass,
Coward.
Prendy.
Did that whoop his ass, Prendy, in the crowd?
Yep.
You should be inflicting more damage. This is the champion. You don't sleep
That was,
on the
that
champion.
was the Country
Dollar
Cat
King.
cameo.
You know, you're the
down
Dollar
at-
King, but if you want to become the $5 King, you gotta be a little bit smarter than that. Don't let him get up. Don't let him shake it
Dude,
up.
I was sore for like a couple days after this.
I think I partially dislocated my
He's got
shoulder.
in the rock hard mode.
It's still bothering me.
Mine.
It's time to recognize it. Oh, the title right there. Oh, dirty play. Looks like he set up a trap and the champ.
Stinger splash!
Oh, look at that. Shades of Vader.
Or Vader.
There goes the
I am
kendo stick
hardcore. This
again.
guy's a nothing.
I intended on doing like a lot of like rest holds and like submission holds. I just,
Goes that knee again.
I think it's better you
Got
didn't.
nothing.
yeah.
No, it's a better one than him.
Taunting him. Punch in the back of the
That's
head.
I think it's one of the best
No,
Right,
it's
spots.
right here, I'm telling them, let's go for that spot.
I forgot about
Punches
it.
there, working the body. Oh, yeah, look at that. Getting straight into the aluminum siding.
Oh. And we had that. This wasn't planned. He was gonna hit me with that too. I'm like, he's gonna hit me with this. Like I had no idea.
I mean, it is right there. It'd kind of be weird if he didn't.
Yeah.
Like,
I was
why'd you
gonna
have
use
it there if
on
you
him.
didn't want him to hit you with it?
And then watch my face. I'm like, oh, it was like
doesn't-
weird.
Well, you hit me with it. It didn't hurt, so I'm going for it. And
I was all for tax and shit, but I had no idea about how bad this is.
That's right. Holy shit, indeed. I don't know where this crowd is. It's going,
I
oh,
didn't-
yeah.
From the
that
second one on
looked
my head.
that looked cool.
The champ using
Yeah,
his own
that
accoutrement.
This
His
one,
own
like,
old furnishings.
Yeah, that looked cool,
Lacquer
too.
work, shingles, if you will. The shutters.
this spot's
They were
awful.
replaced 7 years ago in the same card.
And I looked to the bottom left.
Oh, you really took that, Kev. Holy shit. I didn't realize how much you like really took that bump.
Watch my hand. Watch, see right there?
He thinks he's Dollar Club. You know, and I know that I'm Dollar Club.
You're nothing, you jabroni. I'll get my revenge
Recognize
for that.
rock hard. Recognize me. He will recognize
I don't know why I
me, and
kind
he
of
will
like was
say my name
whispering. I
before this is
should
over.
have just yelled it,
The
but
champ has one weakness. It's that he's a very proud man and he likes to talk. Here's the casket. We haven't seen the casket yet. Yeah, folks, this is a casket, man. I bet you forgot about that. But the casket is there.
I am the champ, and I always will be the champ. I'll take on any.
And plus, the rest holds wouldn't have made sense in a casket match.
Toast.
Yeah, true. You're not gonna wear him
See if it
down.
might
Kev, you like that
much,
when
I
I
don't
said
know.
son of a bitch's toast?
You
Yeah.
think, I hope not. Right there.
I wish we had some fans noise saying toast, toast, or toasty.
Outside your house. Dollar King doesn't look so good. It looks more like the Dollar Prince. Maybe the Dollar Joker. Who knows? Oh, yeah. Knee to the head. Do I see a little color? Do I see some blood?
There you go.
It looked like he should be busted open. He was raked across
So many people asked me if that was real blood or not. too.
That looked good
And
there.
now the
That-
aluminum siding as well.
Yeah.
Hendry knows his home. He knows where
Rewind
to
that.
take. He knows the hardest part. He
Go
knows
back
where
to
the
that
insulation-
spot. I didn't even notice
And
how
now
good
the
that
aluminum
looked
siding
before.
as well.
Little
Hendry
more.
knows his talk too
Uh,
much. I don't know. For your sake, I hope not. Right there outside your house. Dollar King doesn't look so good. It looks more like the Dollar Prince. Maybe the Dollar Joker. Who knows? Oh, yeah. Knee to the head.
Good there too.
Do I see a little color? Do I see some blood? It looked like he should be busted open. He was raked.
This
across
right here.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
And now the aluminum
That's probably where I hurt my
siding as well.
shoulder. I didn't.
That
realize
looks really
He knows
good.
his
Yeah,
home. He knows
probably.
what it can
Yeah.
take. He knows the hardest parts. He knows where the insulation ain't soft. He knows where you wood on wood on.
Damn,
aluminum
Kevin was
as
taking
opposed
the
to
bumps. I actually forgot like how much you're really like bumping around, man.
that. See
Yeah.
the brick?
Don't wonder why I'm
He's
sore.
using the brick. Rock hard is using rocks. Yeah, and he's grazing it on there. He's really aggravating that head wound. Maybe infecting's gonna need to take this shot, that Dollar King.
First half of the match is all me. The second half is all Jim.
Isn't sure. So this match is all
Good night,
sanctioned.
son.
The promoter got no event to choose. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
He's lucky.
I
there's
could have
no
manned up
glass
one
in
head
it.
first, but I didn't pick the back up. I love that headbutt.
That was really
Right,
good.
headbutt.
Yeah, that's cool.
Look at that. Dollar King has no regard for his own head.
Can't kill.
The only reason I walked up to the camera was to
Hard to
make sure you
kill,
could
like
see the blood, so
Steven
to make sure
Seagal.
we got a good shot of it.
No, yeah, that was smart actually.
Yeah.
What's happening?
That was a
Like,
good.
That was a good one.
The kick was good too.
Yeah.
I'll go for that.
Here comes-
Nutcracker Sweet.
Oh, a headbutt to the Jolly Rogers there. Oh,
To the Jolly Rogers.
That's the best of Jolly Rogers.
Mischief Night.
Jake standing back there, I'm just high.
Eating.
I mean, Peter Steinberg.
Oh, almost in the casket, but the champ smelled it. That's right, he's not taking it. Right
I way
down to the
oversold
ground.
that.
Put him in the poison ivy, champ.
Yeah,
I mean, that should be
Well,
impossible.
it's not bad. At this point, you're supposed to be like worn down and shit.
Yeah. Philly pretzel.
Is this
Philly pretzel.
Nice.
It's the Philly pretzel. Variation of Boston Cabbage.
I gotta say, amazing name for a submission hold.
You like the We Will Rock You for Rock Hard? It's
You know,
perfect
that's
for you.
where working the
Look.
knees earlier comes into the match. Just didn't have the strength.
It's over. It's over now. Now he's going to lay to rest and recognize that Rock Hard is Dollar Club. And now you recognize.
They're really fighting for more than just the title. They're fighting for the title of who is
Very
Dollar
good
Club
commentary
Wrestling.
from Jeff here.
Are we gonna see?
It's over. Little bitch.
Let's see his face.
I think I forgot about you saying that.
Recognize me. Recognize me.
What's he got to get his last chance in?
Say my
He's
name.
got to be angry in the
Say my
champion.
name.
Jimmy should have hit me harder.
Ouch, these druids. Oh, there's the rock hard stunner. Into the casket goes the Dollar King. Is he going to be able to close the door? Is he going to be? Oh, you have to close the lid to win. That's how you win the match.
My leg wasn't all
There
the
it
way down.
is.
And he like hit my leg on that. It fucking
Recognizing
hurt.
the champ
Hurt bad.
retains his title. The Dollar King, no more. I'll get to that.
I love Peter Steinberg, Todd Pittsburgh.
I'm Peter Steinberg, manager of Rock Hard.
You guys notice the trademark logo at the end too?
Champion.
Like that, the Mischief Night thing there. Is that awesome?
That was awesome.
Nice.
That was really good, man. That was bravo to both you guys, man. You guys really rocked that. That was really good.
That was like a couple years in the. We were supposed to do that for a while.
Yeah, well, like there are characters from when we used to backyard wrestle all the time too. It's kind of like my Bon Voyage, the Razor match. That's why I was like the Razor instead of the Dollar King, who I currently am. I had like on that TikTok video. I put my old theme song. I put Jim's for his highlight reel too. I had to at least like pay homage to our classics that unfortunately the video footage is not around anymore. Threw it away like 10 years ago because I didn't think I could find a VHS to play it in. Wish I kept all that footage.
Yeah, you can convert it now.
Yeah, now it's easy, but I'm like, hey, we're like 30-some-year-old dudes. Like, what do we ever do with this? Who would have thought we would have went through with our dreams and stuff, you know? Cool, but you guys know what time it is?
Time Rock Hard time.
Time for the dollar report.
Rock Hard.
Liv Morgan's butt stuff.
I'd buy that for $1.
Recognize me.
I represent everything Dollar Club.
Respect the dollar!
I'd buy that for $1.
Thank you, Rock Bottom, for that new beat right there too. Love it,
Yeah.
love it.
Can I be right back in like 1 minute?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Is there a way to like, I'll cut off my camera? All right.
Yeah, I can just remove you from the screen.
What do you do? What are you doing, man?
Cool. All right, so Jimmy Crack Corn, and I don't care. What do you think about Layla Gray? Can you talk about her for a
She's
second?
hot. I think she's hot. She's beautiful. What do you think of her?
I love her. But I didn't give her the dollar. Guess who gave her the dollar?
Jeff.
Jeff Lippman of the PWC gave Layla
He's
Gray
given
$1 of the year.
He's given her most of her dollars, hasn't he?
Yeah, she might as well be a stripper for him, a personal one. She's gotten so many dollars. That was the Dynamite from last week. Remember we put the show on a week early?
Yeah.
Cool. Then on the Monday Night Skirmish, we have a male got $1. Speak of the devil, Mr. Jeff Lippman. And it's his first $1 of the year, that handsome guy from the PWC.
I'm sure he's honored.
I bet he is. All right, then on Impact, I actually watched some this week. So on Impact, Todd Brantley picked John Morrison's wife, Miss Taya Valkyrie. What do you guys think of Taya Valkyrie? It's her first $1 of her career.
It's hard to tell by that picture.
She clearly has like some big ass titties, but the shaved head look is a little weird for me. But I mean, I don't know. She's certainly not like bad looking by any means. Just a kind of an interesting pick, but I'm not mad at it.
Well, for Impact myself, I gave my $1 to Giselle Shaw. What do you think about Giselle Shaw, Jim?
She looks nice there. I mean,
she's amazing.
She's
follow her
hot.
on Instagram.
A little skinny on the bottom, but
Do you guys know I can never date a girl named Giselle?
Why?
What's like her shorthanded name? Yo, Jiz, come here.
That's Tom Brady's ex-wife's name.
Yeah, he's probably calling her Jiz right now too. Can we Jiz tell me and Jiz is taking the kids?
So you wouldn't marry Giselle Bundchen just because her name's Giselle? She's pretty fucking hot.
She's too old for me.
Oh my god.
She's 34.
Get her because she's rich. All right, on NWA Power, Jeff Lippman of the PWC picked Mae Valentine. Does she not look like a porn star?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of took the thought right out of my head. She definitely has that porn star like face and facial expression, like
the tattoos.
Yeah, she just looks like so sexy, but like vacant at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but yeah, she's good looking. I'm sure she's talented. I'm not trying to talk shit, but
yeah, talented.
Something about like a dumb looking girl is kind of like hot in a weird way. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. But everyone, see how I have the people have their Instagram handles up there now. If I'm gonna objectify women, at least give them a follow, guys. People watching at home.
You know.
All right, on SmackDown, the ring announcer Jeff Lippman chose Samantha Irvin.
That's awesome.
Yeah, what do you think about ring announcers, Johnny?
I think it's awesome that a ring announcer got picked because sometimes you do sleep on other, like, you know, the non-wrestlers. Like, there's a ref on AEW that you can tell is sexy, but, you know, she's in the ref outfit and, like, doesn't have makeup, has her hair up. But you can tell, like, if she did herself up, she's probably like a fucking bombshell outside of that ref outfit.
Yeah, she got.
What do you think, Jim?
She's pretty. I mean, I'm down for any girl to get the dollar that's, you know, worthy. So it doesn't matter if they wrestle or not.
Now let me ask you this though. Is she like a great ring announcer that also like pushed his pick, or does he just think she's hot?
I think he likes girls that dress a little more like less slutty and sultry, you know?
I mean, she's pretty, but I don't know if I'd give her the dollar.
Yeah, who'd you give the dollar to?
What, from SmackDown?
Did you watch SmackDown?
No, I didn't. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Wasn't Liv on SmackDown?
Yeah.
So probably her.
Shotzi.
Her Shotzi, yeah.
Cool. Then on Rampage, Todd Brantley of the HMG, he picked this one, and he was the one who picked Taya Valkyrie from Impact earlier as well. Todd Brantley picked Sky Blue. She's a little hottie. Stick that tongue out. Put that mouth through, girl. You guys, have you seen her at all?
Not really, no. She's definitely good looking though. So
Yeah.
she's
Got amazing ass. Her TikTok's just all her like zooming in on her butt and stuff. It's pretty cool. Let's give her a
I
check.
actually do think I know who you're talking about. Does she normally have like orange hair?
No.
Oh, there's someone else. I was showing pictures of her ass.
Crown Jewel. They were fully clothed but still sexy. Jeff of the PWC picked Scarlett. That's her $8 of the year. Jim, give me your play-by-play on Scarlett. You love Scarlett.
There's not really words to. It's speechless. I could just say speechless. That's all I can say.
And can you believe I did not pick her as Crown Jewel?
No, who'd you pick?
Alexa Bliss with her $6 of the year. What do you think of Alexa? How do you compare her?
She's definitely. I don't. Scarlett's way better, but Alexa's pretty. She's hot too. Scarlett's just in a league of her own. I mean, this. I don't know. What do you think, Johnny?
No, I'm definitely Scarlett over Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss just like a bit too petite for me, but as far as like in-ring work and shit, like I might give the edge to Alexa Bliss.
I don't think Scarlett wrestles though, does she?
She does, just not in WWE much. She does it on
Well, exactly. So, as far as like actual like work and talent, Alexa Bliss, but if we're going solely off like appearance, then it's Scarlett all the way.
Scarlett's style of wrestling is like the Attitude Era, like very like sexual style, very little clothing and stuff too.
Wonderful.
That's how I like it.
The Raw dollar goes to Dakota Kai gets her $3 a year. I chose her. You don't like her, Jim?
Nah, I'm not a fan.
Too skinny for you?
Yeah.
Would you like her, Johnny?
I'm glad you didn't say Dana Brooke.
I mean, obviously none of these chicks are like ugly.
No, they're not.
I mean, she's
they're
a
not
good-looking
ugly.
chick. I don't know her that well, like as far as her work or whatever. But I mean, yeah, she's good-looking. She has her Harley Quinn thing going on, and I don't know. There's nothing to really talk shit about.
Jim said, "Ugh, Dana Brooke." Well, guess what? The PWC gave their $1 to Dana Brooke. Their $3 a year.
She's not ugly. Something about her just annoys me.
I watched her in NXT and I loved her. I thought she was charismatic. I thought she was very, very hot. And then as the years pass, she gets more and more work done, and she doesn't even look like the same person anymore.
I think what bothers me the most is when she comes out and does this. Like, it just bothers me. Like,
she was like a power lifter back in the day.
That's fine, but I just don't. It bothers me. I just don't like it.
Jim doesn't like to see women flex.
No, that's not it. Something about her doing it, just the way she does it seems. I don't like it. Sorry, it's just a thing, I guess.
I feel you.
On NXT, Kiana James' assistant gets the $1 from the PWC. What do you think of Gia, Kiana James' assistant, her $2 of the year?
She's hot, very hot.
She's wildly big porn star vibes in a great way.
And I did not give the $1 to her. I watched NXT. I gave it to newcomer Sol Ruka. What do you think about Sol Ruka, Jim, or do I just love blondes?
I think you just love blondes. I'm not saying she's not sexy there. She is, but not as sexy as Kiana James' assistant there.
Dude, during this girl's
she's got, is that a moose knuckle or is that a freaking, what's going on there?
I don't know.
I think that's just the way her legs are. That's just the way the shorts are like folded.
She doesn't have a cock there, does she?
No.
That's the way the shorts are.
She's like a collegiate gymnast. On her ring entrance, she walks on her hands and jumps to a kip up and jumps up and lands like in the air. It does like a flip to a kip up. It's amazing. This girl is fucking amazing.
What happened to your girl? Was she hurt or something?
She got a tit job.
Okay.
Yes, she looks like a goddess right now. She's gonna have every $1.
No Mandy pictures this week?
No, oh, just the thumbnail.
Hmm.
Yeah, then on Dynamite,
How was it a dollar report without Mandy?
she's on the freaking logo this week.
Yeah, but you didn't put her in.
I'd buy that.
She wasn't on the show. That's why.
It doesn't matter.
All right, we'll make a rule to put her in every time. And the next $2 winners on Dynamite actually got $2 this week. I chose Sky Blue for his $2. And Jeff chose, who do you think Jeff chose for AEW, Jim?
For AEW?
Yeah.
Britt Baker.
Layla Gray.
Jeff's wife, Layla freaking Gray. She's now
Nice.
in third place with $12 because there were $2 this week. He's on a dollar spree, a dollar bonanza spree.
Well, we've all been there at the strip club before.
Yeah,
You just get focused on the one stripper.
That's the
Giving
play,
her money.
baby. That's the play.
I'd buy that for $1.
I'd like to thank our sponsor again.
Liv Morgan's butt stuff.
Any final comments on any of the girls, guys?
All beautiful. All of them.
What's going on with my wife, Nikita
We-
Lyons? Where's
we-
she been at?
She almost won, but that girl Sol Ruka, like she just took my heart this week. That's the first time I saw her. I loved her. And she did that flip thing too. It was like a feat of strength. And I went on her TikToks and followed her too. Like she's
That's
like,
fair. She actually like almost looks like Nikita Lyons a little in the face. She's like a less thick Nikita Lyons.
oh yeah, she's hot, man. You're gonna like her, and she's very, very physically fit, and just like Tiff. Tiffany's still my girl, but Sol's got a chance.
They're all beautiful. I mean, we don't really have a right to sit here and judge them, but hey, it's fun.
Yeah,
I think we're I mean, if you look at like the rosters of girls like now versus, in 2001, I mean, obviously you had like your Trish Stratus, your Stacy Keibler, your Lita. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's definitely like a lot more hot chicks in wrestling than there used to be.
Oh yeah, there's like NXT alone. There's like 15 gorgeous women.
And I think a big
Yeah.
reason for that is there's a lot more chicks in wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
true.
Yeah.
numbers, baby.
That's right. All right, everybody. Well, that was our dollar port. Remember to respect the dollar and enjoy the show. What we have left.
I'd buy that for $1.
Recognize me.
I represent everything Dollar Club.
Respect the dollar!
I'd buy that for $1.
And that's actually going to be the show for the week, guys. Johnny, say your goodbyes.
Yeah, man. It was awesome being back. Shout out to anybody that missed me. Shout out to my haters that didn't miss me. And I don't know. I'm happy to be back. And yeah, this was awesome. I miss being able to shoot the shit with you guys, have fun. And yeah, this was great, man. Definitely keep a lookout for all the things we're doing. Follow Dollar Club Wrestling on Facebook, YouTube, all that. Twitter. You can follow me at Johnny the Jobber on Twitter. And yeah, tune in next time, man. It's been great to be back. Sorry it's been so long.
Buy Johnny's shirt, too. His Yo Dollar Club rap shirt, too, on ProWrestlingTees.com. All right, Jim, go fuck yourself. All right, buddy. That was a good show. I'm Panetta Sexy Time. You know where to follow me. Make sure you come to Hamburg this weekend. I debut a new character, Uncle Slam, for Outbreak Wrestling. So I'll hopefully get some good footage of that. And we'll have the Sandman with us. We'll get some good Sandman footage. Yeah, it was great being here, guys, and we'll see you next week. Remember, respect the dollar, and peace be with you.
I'd buy that for $1.
Recognize me.
I represent everything Dollar Club.
Respect the dollar! Respect the dollar! Respect the dollar! Respect the dollar!